Hello students, welcome to the series of organic chemistry name reactions. Dear students, today we are going to learn very important name reactions, that is Birch reduction. Dear students, Birch reduction is of 4 types, means you can reduce 4 types of compounds using Birch reducing reagents. What are they? One is aromatic compounds. Another one is alkynes, especially internal alkynes. Number 3 category are conjugated dienes. And fourth category is alpha beta unsaturated ketones. Dear students, these 4 types of compounds can be reduced by using Birch reduction method. 4 types of reactions are different in nature. Right students? So let us see. So let us take aromatic compound. This is substituted with, one is electron withdrawing group, another one is electron donating group. However, let us see the product. Aromatic compounds. So what is there? Here methyl is there. Here CO2H, electron withdrawing group. Here double bond. So this is the compound. Hydrogens will come here. So new reducing hydrogen will come here. Right students? So this is the product of aromatic compound. Why? Here only I will explain. So what about this? Internal alkynes. Internal alkynes gives trans alkynes. So C3H7, here hydrogen, CH2 taken 7 times OH. So this is trans alkene. Why trans? I will explain. Right? So this is how trans alkenes can be obtained by using Birch reduction method. Next, conjugated dienes. Right? These are conjugated dienes. So conjugated dienes upon Birch reduction gives, this is isoprene. For example, this is isoprene. Isoprene gives, what is the compound? CH2, CH3, C double bond C H CH2. So newly added hydrogens are here and here. 1,4 addition of hydrogens takes place by Birch reduction. To give, what is the compound? From isoprene we will get 2-methyl 2-butene. What is the compound? 2-methyl 2-butene. What about this? The fourth category is alpha beta unsaturated ketones. Alpha beta unsaturated ketones, reduction of double bond takes place. This is bicyclic compound, right? So reduction of double bond takes place and this hydrogen is trans to the existing hydrogen. The newly coming hydrogen will be added trans to the existing hydrogen. Yes students? So this is how Birch reduction can be done on 4 different types of compounds. What are they? Aromatic compounds, internal alkynes or alkynes to give transalkenes, conjugated dienes to give 1,4 addition of hydrogen, and alpha beta unsaturated ketones gives reduced double bond reduced ketones. This is how 4 types of compounds undergoes Birch reduction. Let us see one by one in detail. So in all these compounds, what is the common factor? The double bonds are conjugated. In all these things, these are conjugated. Conjugated double bonds. Alternate double bonds are there. Conjugated. Here it is triple bond. It is an exception. Whereas here isoprene. So this is a conjugated double bond. What about this? So here if I take carbon CH2, this is also conjugated type double bond. conjugated diene. So conjugated dienes undergoes Birch reduction, whereas isolated conjugated dienes undergoes Birch reduction, whereas isolated double bonds do not undergo Birch reduction. Yes. So what are the common reagents? The reagents are metal dissolved in liquid ammonia. Liquid ammonia. So this is the standard protocol of the reagent. Birch reduction reagent is a metal dissolved in liquid ammonia. What is metal? Metals can be lithium, sodium or potassium. These are the three metals can be used. Lithium, sodium or potassium. Then during the reaction, so which is the proton resource of these protons? Yes, usually ammonia can act as proton donor, or we can use alcohol. So proton donor in Birch reduction is alcohol. So that is why you will see C2H5OH or ethanol, right? So C2H5 is nothing but ethanol. Alcohol is a proton donor of this reaction. Yes. So write ethanol. Here also ethanol. It is a solvent and proton donor. Here it is an exception where we can use dioxane. If we use ethanol, we are going to get alcohol here. Anyhow, so proton donor is alcohol. Metals are lithium, sodium or potassium. Yes. So what is the amine? So metal dissolved in amine. Usually we will use liquid ammonia. Liquid ammonia. Or you can use amine. Alkyl amine can be used. Alkyl amines can be used. Ammonia or alkyl amine can be used in place of ammonia. Yes, what is the temperature? Temperature, usually since we are doing the reaction in liquid ammonia, so boiling point of ammonia is minus 33 degrees centigrades. That means it must be done below the temperature of minus 33. Below the temperature of minus 33. If we are doing in liquid ammonia, we have to do below the minus 33 degree centigrades. Yes, students. So these are the common factors or important parameters. So what are they? One is metals. Yes, we can use lithium, sodium or potassium. So the proton donor is alcohol. Usually we use alcohol, that is ethanol. And in place of ammonia, yes, we can use ammonia or alkyl amine. Sometimes only. It is not regular. So this is the common thing where we use only ammonia, liquid ammonia. So the temperature usually we do at minus 33. However, if we use, for example, ethylamine, so we can do the reaction at 19 degrees centigrades. So it is more or less at room temperature. Sometimes even at gaseous state using solvent as ethanol, you can conduct this reaction even at 50 to 100 degrees centigrades. 50 to 100 degrees centigrades. But the mechanism follows in a different path. Anyhow, I will explain. So the metals are lithium, sodium, potassium, and the solvent is ethanol. Always alcohol, students. Alcohol, that too ethanol. Usual solvent is ethanol in this reaction, and in place of ammonia you can use alkyl amine. Yes, students. So these are the common parameters throughout all these reactions. Let us learn one by one aromatic compounds. Yes, students, let us see the Birch reduction of aromatic compounds. What are the aromatic compounds? For example, if I take benzene and do the Birch reduction using lithium in liquid ammonia, using ethanol as solvent. So just now what I said, ethanol, isopropyl alcohol or tertiary butanol can be used. So alcohol is going to act as proton donor. In absence of alcohol, sometimes liquid ammonia itself can be used, itself acts as a solvent. However, we are using alcohol for the proton donor, at the same time for the solubility of the starting materials. So what we are going to get? We are going to get 1,4-dihydro, 1,4-dihydro cyclohexadiene. Hexadiene. It is an isolated double bond. So these double bonds are isolated. These double bonds are not going to be reduced further. So 1,4-dihydrocyclohexadiene we are going to get. Then what is the mechanism? So as we know, metals, for example, metal, whatever it can be, what I said, lithium, sodium or potassium. So in ammonia, they are going to exist as lithium plus and electron minus, right? So by giving electrons or donating electron, it is going to attain positive charge, or it can be written as electron, 1 electron. So in presence of this lithium, what we are going to take? Lithium radical. So this comes here, this goes here and takes one radical here to give radical anion. This is radical, and here radical is there. Already here one radical is present. Since we are giving this radical, right, I can write it as negative charge. Yes, students. So two radicals is nothing but negative charge. So anion. Yes. So this can be written, or it can be exist in this form. So here it comes and here it comes. I can write resonance form of this. What is the resonance form? So here double bond, here radical, and here anion. When it comes to this 1,2 radical, 1,2 position, this is 1 and 2. So this is anion, this is radical. Because of repulsion between these two, these radicals 1,2 position are unstable due to repulsion. Whereas 1,4 position, this is 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1,4 position, this is 1,4 position, this is anion, this is radical. So repulsion is no repulsion. Here repulsion is there, but there is no repulsion. So it is stable intermediate. So this is the proved mechanism of Birch reduction. So 1,4 addition takes place. 1,4 addition takes place under Birch reduction of aromatic compounds or aromatic compounds. At this stage, what happens? Yes, since we are using ethanol, I will write C2H5OH. So ethanol will give H plus ions. It takes H plus ion, and the ethanol is going to leave as lithium ethoxide. Yes, students. So now what we are going to have in our hands? Yes, this is the compound. For your understanding. Yes, here already one hydrogen will be there. Here hydrogen will be there. Yes. So this is the double bond. Here already one hydrogen is there. Here free radical is there. At the same time, here also one hydrogen is there. Yes. So hydrogen is there. It is same hydrogen is there. Now here radical is there, and new hydrogen has come from ethanol. This hydrogen has come from ethanol. This is the hydrogen is coming from ethanol to this benzene ring. Yes, students. Now what happens? Yes, we need one more metal ion. This is free radical. So this comes here to give, yes, two free radicals. How can I write? Yes, it is negative charge, and already here one hydrogen is there. So newly This hydrogen has come here, right? So at this stage, now proton will be taken up from C2H5OH, that is alcohol. Yes, students. So this proton will be added to here. This is H place. It will be added here to give our required compound, that is hydrogen, and here hydrogen, and this is hydrogen. So 1,4-dihydrocyclohexadiene is obtained, students. So this is how mechanism takes place. How many metals are required? How many moles of metals are required? Yes, here is 1, this is 2. Yes, two equivalents of metal is required for the reduction of aromatic compounds, or two equivalents of metal is required for Birch reduction. This is minimum requirement of this Birch reduction. So in Birch reduction, aromatic compounds gives 1,4-dihydrocyclohexadiene type compounds. Yes, students, let us see then if it is simple benzene, so we are getting simple unsubstituted, but if it is substituted with electron withdrawing or electron donating, then what is the orientation of these double bonds? Let us see. Let us take electron donating group. Let us take electron donating group. This is electron donating group. Electron donating group. I can write electron donating group. And let us take another compound having electron withdrawing group. Electron, let us write CO2H. This carboxylic acid is electron withdrawing group. This is electron withdrawing group. Then if I do the reduction, that is sodium in liquid ammonia followed by in ethanol. So what is the compound? I am going to get, in this case, OCH3, right? So the double bond attached to this electron donating group is not going to be disturbed, whereas here sodium liquid ammonia in ethanol followed by acid hydrolysis, since the acid group is there, so we are going to get this compound. Yes, students. So this is electron donating group and electron withdrawing group is different. Orientation of these double bonds are different in these two compounds. At the same time, electron donating groups retards means slow downs the reaction, slow downs, whereas electron withdrawing groups enhances reaction rate. So electron withdrawing groups like carboxylic acid enhances the reaction rate, whereas electron donating groups retards or slow downs the reaction. Then what is the mechanism? Why we are getting at this place? Let us see the mechanism. So what we are getting from anisole, this is anisole. The common name of this compound is anisole methoxybenzene. Using sodium in liquid ammonia in presence of C2H5OH, we are getting this addition compound. Yes, students. So this is the compound. Let us see the mechanism. It is very simple. So what is happening? Since it is electron excess group or electron donating group, so this polarization takes place. So what is the charge here? So electrons are here rich. That means here already it attains, for example, delta negative, right? So here also it is delta negative. Is it rich or poor of electrons? It is already rich. This site is already electron rich site, isn't it? Electron rich site. Then where to go? The incoming electron from sodium Where is possible? So it is not going to be disturbed. That is why it is not going to be disturbed. This double bond is not going to be disturbed. So where is the vacant, where is the place to enter this electron? This electron can enter at this place, because it is far from this donating group. Here let us see. Yes. So what is happening? I can write this is going here. I can write like this, negative charge. Yes. So this is the radical. Yes, students. So already one hydrogen will be there. Here one hydrogen will be there. OCS3. Yes. So the same principle here also. What is the fate of this? Yes, this is 1,2 di radical or an ion and radical. So repulsion will be there. To overcome the repulsion, yes, what happens? This charge will be, yes, so we'll move here to give, this is the, yes, we are not going to disturb this double bond. So here double bond is there, here radical is there, ion is there. So I can write hydrogen here, already existing hydrogens are there. Now what happens? Yes, so from ethanol it takes proton, this proton will be taken up by this, and to give what we are going to get? Yes, so this we are not going to disturb this double bond, and now here it is one double bond is there, existing hydrogen, and one new hydrogen has come from ethanol. Yes, so what is the stage at this place? Yes, so radical is there. Now it takes sodium electron to give, this is the, yes, so here comes to give double bond OCS3, yes, hydrogen and hydrogen. Here negative charge is there, here one hydrogen has come from ethanol. Now it is the turn to act this ethanol role. To give, ethanol is going to give one proton to this to give. So here hydrogen is there, now it is going to add hydrogen here and hydrogen here. So this is, so 1,2 position and ortho position to donating group, reduction takes place. So and ortho to donating group. So whenever you find electron donating group, don't disturb the double bond at that place. Don't disturb the double bond. Electron donating group already is rich. It is not going to accept the incoming radical. So electron donating group, wherever you find electron donating group, for example, n-dimethyl, aniline, methyl, O-methyl, methyl, right? O-methoxy. These compounds, double bonds attached to this compound, double bond is not going to be reduced. So this is the mechanism. So for the stability, or since it is electron excess, it is not going to accept, this carbon is not going to accept incoming radical ion. So that is why ortho to the electron withdrawing group takes place. Then when it is ortho, this ortho to fourth position will be, so if I take one position, so 1,4 addition takes place, this one position is ortho to the electron donating group. Next, let us see electron withdrawing group compound. When benzene ring is substituted with electron withdrawing group like benzoic acid group, it is an electron withdrawing group, isn't it? So when it is substituted like this in presence of sodium in liquid ammonia in ethanol followed by H3O hydrolysis 1 and 2, what is the compound I am going to get? Yes, 1,4 addition compound, benzoic acid, then here hydrogen will be there and new hydrogens will come here. come here. So 1,4 addition of hydrogen takes place. That means, so the compound which is attached with electron withdrawing group, the reduction takes place on that carbon, then followed by para to this. So what is the nature of this carbon? Is it electron rich or electron poor? Yes, it is electron poor. So because this electron density will be pulled up by this oxygen, it is pulling, this oxygen is pulling the electron density, so it can easily accept electron from metal. It is, yes, fission, I can show like this. So it is accepting electron from metal to give ion, radical and ion. Radical is here. Then what is the nature? So here I can write like this and CO. So for understanding, I will write double bond and OH. So when it is ortho to this radical ion, because of repulsion between this ion and radical, so this arranges to next para position, that is fourth position, to give this compound. So what is the compound? So ion will be there, CO2H. Yes, so here double bond has come and this old double bond is here only as it is. And what is the nature here? Yes, free radical has come here, isn't it? So the free radical now at this stage, and ethanol plays a role. Ethanol C2H5OH. Yes, it gives H plus ions to this ion to give this compound. So hydrogen will be added from carboxylic acid followed by, so I will write hydrogen here for understanding. So hydrogen here and radical will be there. Yes, so radical, just dot, radical is here and new hydrogen from here has come here. Yes students, so has come here. Next what happens? Yes, since we are going to take 2 moles of 2 equivalents of metal, yes, metal now gives electron to here and it will give ion, anion will get. What is the anion? Yes, we will get anion like this and CO2H, and already hydrogen is here. Yes students, so now it takes a proton from again C2H5OH. It takes a proton from C2H5OH. This is H plus. So what is happening during this? Minus C2H5ONa, sodium methoxide, will be released into the reaction mixture, right? So ethanol is going to give H plus to give this compound. It is very simple students. Whenever the compound is attached to electron withdrawing group, then the carbon attached to electron withdrawing group will be reduced first, then to that 1,4 position or para to that position will be reduced. Yes students, so this is how the aromatic compounds, especially the compounds which are attached to electron donating and electron withdrawing. Let us take one by one examples of these reactions. So guess what is the product? Yes students, so what I said, whenever you have electron withdrawing group, for example this is the compound, what is this? Methyl and OCS3, it is like this. So when Birch reduction, lithium followed by liquid ammonia and ethanol, Birch reduction, what happens? So these, what is the nature of these two groups? Is it electron donating or withdrawing? Electron donating group. What about this? This is also electron donating group. So electron donating group, double bond, is it going to be reduced? No. So let us satisfy these both, OCS3 and methyl, right? So ortho to this reduction, new hydrogen has come, and ortho to this new hydrogen has come, isn't it? So both ortho positions to this or 1 to 4 position. 4 positions are reduced. What about other double bond? Yes, other double bond will be here. This is the product. So whenever you see electron donating group, don't disturb the double bond. Donating, don't disturb. Don't disturb the double bond. D stands for don't disturb. Don't disturb. Yes. So let us take this NN dimethyl, NN dimethyl and toluene, right? NN dimethyl and methyl. So what is the nature? Since shall I write like this? NN dimethyl, it is also donating, and this is also donating, right? So ortho to this hydrogen is added, ortho to this hydrogen is added. Yes, students? No confusion. Yes. So this is the reduced product. When we are adding H3O, so second step they have given H3O plus. Yes, here they have used, what is this? Alkalis tertiary butanol. Tertiary butanol. So H3O plus. What is going to be obtained? Yes. Here NN dimethyl. This elimination will take place to give ketone. Ketone we will get. This is the ketone. However, it is alpha, beta, gamma, unsaturated ketones. Unsaturated ketones are not that stable. So in presence of acid, since we are using acid, so it isomerizes to alpha, beta unsaturated ketone, which is highly stable. This is alpha, beta unsaturated ketone we are going to get. Yes, students, it is very simple. N-dimethyl, when it takes H plus ions, yes, it is going to be relieved and OH comes here. Yes, so H plus, let us write H plus coming here. So N-dimethyl, ammonia will be minus H, N-dimethyl. Yes, and what is left over? OH is there, OH will come here. So this OH, what is the nature? Enol can be, yes, isomerized to ketone. So double bond, and this is the compound we are going to get. This double bond is not going to be disturbed to give this, since beta gamma unsaturated is not stable. So isomerization takes place to give alpha beta ketone, alpha beta unsaturated ketone. This is highly stable, right? So when it comes to this, so already we did it. So what is the compound? Here it is substituted with, this is electron donating group, this is electron withdrawing group. Electron withdrawing group, yes, you can add proton there. Electron withdrawing group, you can add proton. Whereas this methyl group, are you going to add proton? No. So here I am going to add. So without seeing this, when you added this hydrogen here, what you can do? Yes, simply you can add hydrogen here. Is there any confusion? No, you can add it blindly based on previous example. So now write like this. So is it satisfied? This methyl group is electron donating group, so the double bond which is there to this carbon is not disturbed. So this is the compound we are going to get. Yes, students. Now, so methoxy acid, what we are going to get? So this is the compound I am taking separately. Yes. So this is COOH and here methoxy. When we are adding these, what is the reagent? Sodium in liquid ammonia. So what is the intermediate we can expect? Yes, this is the intermediate. I can write CO, O minus and O minus. Yes, sodium salt will be here, since we are using sodium, 2 sodium ions, right? And methoxy undisturbed. Methoxy is undisturbed. and the two hydrogens will be added. So it will be one of the intermediate. Yes. So this stage, what happens when we add, for example, alkyl halide. Alkyl halide. What is the alkyl halide? C7H15, C7 heptyl bromide, C7H15 bromide. So what is the nature of this? Br minus plus here. So this double bond, yes, it comes here, and this can be taken up by this. Alkylation takes place on this benzene ring. It is explosive reaction. So very important reaction. Yes, alkylation on benzene ring. CS3 double bond. So O here, O minus second, right? Now what is this? New group has come, C7H15. Yes, students. So this is the group what we are going to get. Now when we do acid hydrolysis, what happens to this? Demethylation takes place. So let us write step by step. OH, O double bond, O minus, and C5, C7, H15. It is implied, students. Two hydrogens will be already there. I am not writing all the times. So this is nothing but, yes, it takes a proton, and this double bond will be nothing but, this is going to be, this is the intermediate. O minus and C17H15. Now when we do the reaction acid hydrolysis under heating reaction conditions, minus CO2 takes place. Minus CO2. Why? So this is stable quaternary carbon. So it easily goes out as, when it comes, this carbon dioxide will be relieved from the reaction mixture to give, this is the compound C7H15 double bond. Yes. So this is the compound what we are going to get. What is the nature? 1 alpha beta gamma. So beta gamma double bond. Is it unsaturated ketone? Is it stable? No. So for the stability purpose, it isomerizes in presence of acid, isomerizes to get stable compound of double bond C7H15 and this alpha beta unsaturated. This is the final compound, alpha beta unsaturated ketone. So methyl ether of salicylic acid is going to give upon Birch reduction, followed by this alkyl halide introduction is going to give this alkylation of keto compound we are going to get. This is very important synthetic intermediate in organic synthesis. Yes, students. So this is the compound from what we are going to get from this compound. Next, this, it is going to be very simple. Let us see. So what is the compound? Yes, this dimethoxy carboxylic acid. Yes, 3,5-dimethoxy benzoic acid. Yes. So what we are doing? We are adding sodium and amine. So let us write the product so that you will understand in a better way. So what I am going to get is methoxy, and here what is the C5H11 pentyl group, C5H11 is introduced. So it is very important. So it is very unusual. So introduction of alkyl group meta to this methoxy group is very difficult, but however by Birch reduction we are going to get. So what is the reduction at this place? Yes, same thing. So in presence of sodium and liquid ammonia, what are the reagents? Of 1 and 2 is we are adding C5H11 Br Then 3, lead acetate. Lead acetate is an oxidizing agent. So what is happening in first step? Sodium and liquid ammonia. Let us write. So don't unsatisfy your groups. This is methoxy, and this is CO2H, right? So CO2H group is nothing but yes. So just now I wrote like this, O minus and O minus. So what about these two? Yes, methoxy is donating. So the double bond to attach to this carbon is not disturbed. This carbon also is not disturbed. Whereas these two hydrogens are already added. Now what is happening? So we are adding C5H11Br. This is Br minus plus. So what is the position of this? Yes, so back polarization, it is going to take up this ion, this alkyl group, to give this alkylated carboxylic acid. So alkylated O-methoxy will be intact. Then it is going to give O minus, and then this is the new group has introduced C5H11 pentyl group is introduced. So we are having this reaction in reaction mixture. There will be bromine, so there will be acid. HBr will be there because we are using ethanol. Let us write ethanol also here. So alcohol and Br, HBr will be there. So acid hydrolysis, what happens? Acid, in presence of acid during the reaction, minus carbon dioxide will go off to give this intermediate, where methoxy will be here and methoxy will be here, double bond, and C5H11 alkylated group. Now what is there? Yes, lead tetraestate. Simple. It is an oxidizing agent. It takes up hydrogens from here and here, and to give this aromatic alkylated aromatic compound. This is how we will get all these compound, students. Yes. Next, dear students, let us do some more examples based on Birch reduction of aromatic compounds. This is pyridine. Yes, pyridine also undergoes Birch reduction to give dihydropyridine. Yes, so this is dihydropyridine. Yes, students. Then this furan also undergoes reduction. Yes, so this is carboxylic acid. It is going to be ester. So it is going to give this dihydrogenated compound, reduced compound of this furan. Yes, then what is happening here? Yes, tertiary butyl, para tertiary butyl anisole. So this is donating, this is also donating. So what is the intermediate first step? Yes, let us write one by one. Here OCS3. So I am not going to disturb the double bonds. So this is reduced. Since we are using this acid H3O plus, so what happens here? Ketone will come. Yes, so ketone and tertiary butyl will be here. Yes, so this beta gamma will be isomerized to give what? Alpha beta unsaturated. I will write here itself. Alpha beta unsaturated compound. Tertiary butyl will be here. This is the alpha beta unsaturated compound. We are going to get. Yes, students. Next, so this is ethoxy naphthalene. So here we are going to get, this is the compound, keto and keto. Yes, students. So this is how the naphthalene naphthyl ether is going to give this ketone under Birch reduction condition. These are all the examples. There are a number of examples. So, but these are very, very typical examples I have taken. So please keep in your mind, whenever you see electron donating group, don't disturb the double bond. Whenever you see electron withdrawing group, just reduce the carbon, that carbon, for example carboxylic acid. So the carbon which is attached to carboxylic acid add hydrogen, then that para to that position add hydrogen. This is how aromatic Birch reduction takes place. Yes students, so the second category of compounds which can be reduced by the Birch reducing reagent, that is metal in liquid ammonia. Alkynes reduction to alkenes using Birch reducing agent, isn't it? So what happens? Alkynes upon Birch reduction, so sodium in liquid ammonia, what we are going to get? Alkene. We are going to get alkene. This is transalkene. It is very, very important. Transalkene. We are going to get transalkene. So how many hydrogens will be taken up by alkyne? Only two hydrogens only taken up by alkyne, right? For example, if I take C, R and R prime, so this is the alkyne upon reduction using Birch reducing agents, that is liquid ammonia. So what I am going to get? Transalkene, hydrogen R and R prime. What is this? Geometry of this alkene. This is transalkene. Alkene. If this alkyne is reduced by general method, that is palladium on carbon using hydrogen gas, so what we will get? Cis addition. We will get cis compound. This is the cis addition. Cis compound we will get here. But in Birch reduction, we are going to get transalkene. This is one of the best methods to prepare transalkene. Transalkenes can be prepared using Birch reduction method. Then how it is going to give only trans? Let us see. So what we are getting? R, C, R prime. I will take lithium, liquid ammonia. I am going to get C double bond, 1 R prime here. Yes, hydrogen, R prime and R. Transalkene, we are getting transalkene. What is the mechanism? Why it is giving trans only? Let us see. So since it is alkyne, it can, yes, homolytic fission. I am taking in presence of lithium, that is in presence of free radical of this radical ion. So in presence of radical ion, it is going to take place this, say for example, this is the case, R prime. Yes students, so now it is going to attack here to give R prime, R, anion, double bond, radical, R. If I add further lithium, so it adds here to give R prime, R, double bond, R, ion. So what are these? Two anions at this stage or at this stage. So here also repulsion will be there. But at this stage, what is happening? Yes, it is two ions are adjacent to each other and internal repulsion. So this is not stable. Repulsion is there, isn't it? So repulsion is there. To overcome this repulsion, it is going to rearrange to this way. So this comes down. Yes students, so double bond C, R and R prime, here ion, and here ion. Now what is happening? Yes. So either from alcohol, that is ammonia, or if we use C2H5OH, that is alcohol, it is going to take up this OH hydrogen from here to get this trans-alkene. Trans-alkene is going to be obtained. This is the case. So trans, why it is trans? So because these ions are, if both the ions are at same side, it is not going to be stable. So it is going to rearrange like this, so that repulsion between two ions are minimized. There is no repulsion here, no repulsion here, isn't it? So there is no repulsion. So that is why trans-alkene, we are getting trans-alkene. It is very important concept, students. So trans-alkene we are getting, isn't it? So let us take some examples and see. So it is an internal alkyne. This is terminal alkyne. Terminal means at the end of the chain, alkyne chain, the alkyne group is at the end of the terminal, right? So this is terminal alkyne. This is internal alkyne. Under usual metal in ammonia followed by ammonium chloride or ethanol, what we are going to get? So reduced, that is trans-alkene. So what is happening here? Let us write like this: C hydrogen C3H7, and here CH2 taken 7 times, and OH. So this is the trans-alkene we are getting from this alkyne, internal alkyne. However, when it comes to terminal alkyne, this is terminal alkyne. What is happening? Terminal alkynes, we know that RC, this is alkynes are acidic. So it is going to give, we know that alkynes are acidic. So these alkynes readily loses H plus. That is, terminal alkynes readily loses H plus ions to give carbanion. This is electron rich, isn't it? So base, since we are having, what is the base? Yes, so we are having base amide. It is going to form RC double bond, triple bond CNA. Stellide, sodium stellide or lithium stellide, sodium stellide. This stellide is not going to further react because it is having stable stellide. So further reaction to double bond, it is not going to take place, because so alkynes are acidic. It readily loses H plus ions to give carbanion. This carbanion makes salt, forms salt with sodium in presence of sodium or lithium, whatever the metal what we use. So it is going to form salt. So it is salt, it is not going to be reacted. It is salt form. This is stellide is salt. Salts will not undergo further reaction. So there will be no product. However, this can be overcome by addition of ammonium sulfate. If I add ammonium sulfate, I am going to get this product. If I add ammonium sulfate, I am going to get the further reaction. Yes, terminal alkynes in usual reaction conditions, that is under metal and ammonia, is not going to go further reaction. However, to overcome this, just add ammonium sulfate, that is, for example, lithium, ammonia followed by ammonium sulfate. If I use ammonium sulfate, so it reacts with this alkyne to give trans-alkene. However, there will be no question of trans cis trans isomerism, since these two groups are same, but it is also undergoing reduced alkene, or alkene we are going to get alkene. So terminal alkynes also undergo in presence of ammonium sulfate, lithium and ammonia followed by ammonium sulfate. If we add ammonium sulfate, terminal alkynes also gives alkenes. It is very important concept, students. So please remember, if you see ammonium sulfate, yes, even if you have terminal alkyne, that also undergoes in presence of ammonium sulfate. If we do not add ammonium sulfate, what happens? Yes, terminal alkynes will not undergo reduction. However, internal alkynes, this is internal alkyne, do not require ammonium sulfate. Yes, these internal alkynes simply undergoes reduction to give trans alkene. Yes, students. So this is how it is going to happen. Next, let us take one more example. So in this group there is a terminal alkyne and internal alkyne, and I am in need of reduction of this group only. I am in need of reduction of this internal double bond only. Then what to do? Then what I am going to do is, just I will first make this terminal alkyne as salt. So I am going to react with sodium amide. It is going to give C4H9, C triple bond C, CH2 taken 4 times, and C and sodium salt, sodium acetylide, acetylide. So this sodium acetylide, as long as it is in the form of sodium salt, this group is not going to be reduced. Whereas this group, yes, we have this group. Let us add lithium and ammonia. Yes, students, followed by acid. Lithium and ammonia, what happens? So lithium and ammonia, we are going to get trans alkene. Let us write trans alkene. Trans CH2 taken 4 times. So this alkyne is intact. Sodium. Here I am adding hydrogen. Then C4H9 is here, isn't it? So what I will do to this, when I add H3O plus, that is final step. So this is going to break as to give final compound, that is C double bond H here or C4H9 CH2 taken 4 times, then this CH. Yes, so this terminal alkyne is intact, whereas internal alkyne is reduced to trans alkene. So Birch reduction of alkynes gives trans alkenes. It is the thumb rule. Yes, students. So these are the examples. Next, let us do some more examples. Next. Yes, let us take one more example. This is both, there are 2 terminal alkynes. Then what I have to do? Just simply I will add lithium, ammonia. Ammonia, whenever I am writing ammonia, yes, it should be liquid ammonia. So liquid ammonia, followed by what I have to add? Ammonium sulfate I have to add. In presence of ammonium sulfate, so this terminal alkynes also undergoes to give alkene, isn't it? So here alkene will be there, CH2 taken 4 times, then C double bond C, hydrogen and hydrogen, here 1 hydrogen and here 1 hydrogen, isn't it? So this diene I am going to get from this dialkyne. Though it is terminal alkyne, this is also terminal. At the end of the chain, if alkyne group is present, it is known as terminal alkyne. Though it is terminal alkyne, in presence of ammonium sulfate, I am going to get this alkene. Yes. So however, if I take cyclohexane, this is one exception, cyclohexane, and do the reduction using say lithium, liquid ammonia followed by ammonium chloride. So what I am going to get? Yes, it should be trans, but since it is in the chain form, it is not going to exist in the form of trans. Yes, this alkene is cis alkene because of ring rotation restriction of ring rotation restriction. So cis alkene I am going to get. So when it is very important, students, so don't try to write trans alkene. Yes, whenever you see cyclohexane, yes, it gives cis alkene. At the same, in the similar manner, when you see octane, this is octane, right? So cyclooctane, yes, under this reaction conditions, it is also is going to give, what is this? So let us write ammonium ethanol also, right? So in these reaction conditions, I am going to get cis alkene. Usually it should be trans, but exception is cis alkene. So these two exceptions, please remember, students. So it is also one exception. Usually trans we will get, trans alkene we will get, but this ring rotation or ring may not exist in a trans alkene form. So these two, cyclohexane and cyclooctane, is going to give cis alkene. These are stable compounds, so we are going to get cis alkenes. However, Birch reduction gives trans alkene. Yes, students. Next we'll see. Yes, next we'll see conjugated dienes. Birch reduction of conjugated dienes. Let us see. Yes, so the third category of Birch reduction compounds are conjugated dienes. Yes, conjugated dienes, Birch reduction. What happens? So let us take one conjugated diene. So what is a common example? Isoprene. I am going to take isoprene. This is isoprene. Yes, so isoprene in presence of Birch reduction, what are the reagents? Yes, let us take sodium, liquid ammonia in ethanol. So isoprene in presence of sodium and liquid ammonia, Birch reduction. What is happening? We are going to get CH2, one hydrogen will be added here, CH3, double bond C, CH2, and one more hydrogen. So this is the hydrogen is already here. Yes. So 1,4 addition takes place. 1,4 addition of hydrogen takes place in conjugated dienes. Isoprene is conjugated diene. 1,4 addition of hydrogen takes place. How? Let us see the mechanism. Yes, students. So what happens if I write the resonance structures of this CH2, yes, CH3 and CH double bond, if I make it as radical, what is happening? Yes, so this radical, when I add sodium radical, it takes up this radical and it is going to give CH3, CH2, CH radical and CH2 ion. since this ion and radical are adjacent, so there will be a repulsion between these two ion and radical. So this can be further, yes, this double bond comes here, this double bond comes here to give more stable ion, that is this double bond comes here. Here I am going to get radical and CH3 will be here. Then what is happening? CH ion. So this CH2 ion. This is the compound I am going to get. So one sodium is already used. How many sodiums usually it takes? 2 sodiums. So one more sodium will be added here. Sodium. So this radical comes here to give CH2, CH3 double bond CH and CH2 ion. CH2 ion. Yes students, but before addition of this, yes, I can add, it takes up C2H5OH, this proton here. So already it will be added here. Yes students, so it gets proton here. Proton here. So this takes another proton from C2H5OH, that is here proton will be taken up. So this hydrogen is coming from alcohol, this hydrogen is coming from alcohol. So 1,4 addition takes place when it is conjugated in conjugated dienes under Birch reduction conditions. 1,4 addition of hydrogen takes place. So what is this? 2-methyl 1 2 3 4 2-methyl 2-butene. The name of this compound is, we are going to get 2-methyl 2-butene. This is how 1,4 conjugated dienes undergoes 1,4 addition of hydrogens. So it is a regular trend of conjugated dienes under Birch reduction. So this is the third category. So what is fourth category? What I have said? Yes, alpha beta unsaturated ketones. It is very important topic students. Let us see alpha beta unsaturated ketones under Birch reduction. What is going to happen? Yes students, the fourth category of compounds which undergoes Birch reduction are alpha beta unsaturated ketones. For example, alpha beta unsaturated. Yes students, so alpha beta unsaturated ketones undergoes Birch reduction to give, for example, if I add lithium in liquid ammonia, I am going to get C ketone R here hydrogen R hydrogen. So this is the compound what I am going to get. So double bond will be reduced to give ketone. So alpha beta unsaturated ketones are reduced to only ketones, saturated ketones. So what is the mechanism? Let us see mechanism. Yes, so in presence of radical, that is lithium radical, shall I write like this? Double bond C. So I am not putting R here. So this double bond C, and for understanding I am writing oxygen this side, oxygen, and R is here. So this is radical. Yes students, so in presence of this it takes up radical, oxygen is going to take up radical to give double bond C O minus and radical O radical and minus. So what happens, since these are very near, so this is excess, what happens, this radical can be accomplished by this double bond to give here radical. What I am going to get? C double bond. So radical what I am going to do, radical I am going to make it as bond, double bond CO minus. Here what is happening? Here radical I am getting. Yes students, so radical I am getting here. This is the radical. This reaction do not require alcohol. This reaction usually do not require alcohol. If you have any solubility problem, you can use dioxane or ether, diethyl ether, or THF, tetrahydrofuran. So these are inert solvents under Birch reduction conditions. So at this place I am going to use ammonia. So this ammonia will give proton to give this H C double bond C O H. This is enol. I am getting enol further takes up radical from lithium to give ion C double bond C and OH. So this is the enol and anion. This anion takes up proton from ammonia to give our this reduced compound. This is the compound. Alpha beta unsaturated ketones undergoes reduction of double bond. Double bond reduction takes place under Birch reduction conditions. So these two hydrogens are trans to each other. These two newly added hydrogens are trans to each other. So this is very important. Let us take some examples and see how the addition takes place. Yes, when I do the Birch reduction of this alpha beta unsaturated, alpha and beta unsaturated compound, yes, so this is very simple concept, students. So in all these compounds, either aromatic compounds or conjugated dienes, or in these compounds, this is double bond, this is double bond. These two are separated with only one CC single bond. That means these double bonds are conjugated double bonds. If I put here CH2, this is double conjugated diene. So similar to that, it is also conjugated diene. It takes up, yes. So since I am saying conjugated dienes, what happens? So double bond comes here, 1,4 addition takes place. For your understanding, I am writing intermediate also. Yes. So this hydrogen, if it is like this, it is going to be added trans to this hydrogen, trans to this hydrogen. So enol is nothing but enol. Yes, so enol is more stabilized like this. So enols are stabilized as ketones, isn't it? Hydrogen. So what are the new hydrogens? Here 1, 2, 3, 4. Similar to conjugated dienes, here also 1, 4 addition is taking place. 1, 4 addition is taking place. 1, 4 addition. It is very important. 1, 4 addition is taking place, isn't it? Similar to conjugated dienes under alpha beta unsaturated ketones also. So this the intermediate enol. Yes. So what? How it is going to? Yes. So it is going to take up this proton and it is going to be like this keto form. Yes, ketone. This is 99%. These hydrogens are trans to each other. Trans alkene, trans compound is 99%. If it is and plus 1% is cis alkene also, cis compound also obtained about 1%. This hydrogen, here hydrogen. So this is 1%, cis compound is 1% obtained. The same reaction if I do, palladium carbon on palladium carbon using hydrogen, right? So cis compound is going to be 100%. There will be no question of trans compound. So for the selective reduction of alpha beta unsaturated compounds to trans compound, the best methods available is, one of the best methods available is Birch reduction. So to get trans compound, use Birch reduction of this alpha beta unsaturated ketones. Next, let us take one more example. Yes, similar to this, it is very simple. So this is aromatic ring. Don't confuse. Sometimes they may give like this. Yes. So aromatic compound. When there is a tie-up between aromatic compound and alpha beta unsaturated ketone, which is easily reducible, this alpha beta unsaturated compound first undergoes reduction under Birch reduction conditions. Then if you add excess lithium, then it acts on this aromatic ring. However, since we are using equivalents, two equivalents of lithium followed by in liquid ammonia, so first it reduces this group. So don't confuse when you see this aromatic ring. Don't touch aromatic ring under usual conditions, whether they give this two or do not give. So don't confuse. Simply do the reduction at this place. So what happens? Simply reduce this. So what I am going to get? Yes, aromatic ring will be here as it is. I am writing methoxy here, aromatic. Then this is the compound. This is the ketone. Yes. So since here it is downside alpha side, so beta hydrogen will come, right students? So beta hydrogen will come and remaining hydrogens are not going to be disturbed. So this is how. So trans hydrogen, the incoming hydrogen will be trans to this. So trans hydrogen will be reduced, right students? So this is how trans compound will get. However, if I do the same reaction using palladium carbon, yes, cis compound. So this is the beauty of this compound. To get transalkene, use Birch reduction. Yes, students. So very important concept too. The importance of alcohol in these reactions. So when we use alcohol, what happens? When we do the Birch reduction of this compound, alpha beta unsaturated compound, what is the major compound we are going to get? Yes, let us write. So this is the ketone I am going to get. This is the ketone. So if it is methyl, so I am going to add this hydrogen here. And this methyl trans to this methyl hydrogen has come. Yes, students. Then remaining are intact. So this double bond also is not going to be disturbed. That is why to confuse you, they have given double bond here. This double bond, isolated double bonds are intact. Isolated double bonds do not undergo Birch reduction. It is the thumb rule. So it is an isolated double bond. So what is the compound here? We are getting ketone, and this hydrogen is trans to this existing methyl group. There is no confusion. So in this reaction, the beauty is we did not use alcohol. We used diethyl ether. So what I say, diethyl ether, dioxane. Yes, dioxane, diethyl ether, or THF you can use. I used here diethyl ether for the solubility purpose. Right? Under these conditions, if I do not use ethanol, I am going to get ketone. But when I use ethanol, very important concept, students. So when I use ethanol, I am going to get alcohol. So when I use ethanol, I am going to get alcohol. So very important concept. Alcohol I am going to get. So this is the alcohol I am going to get. So very important concept. When I am using alcohol, I am getting this. When I am using ethanol, I am going to get hydroxy compound. Hydroxy or alcohol I am going to get. So this is very important concept. When I am using alcohol, I am going to get alcohol or hydroxy compound. Please note down this. Whenever you see alpha beta unsaturated ketones on arrow, if you see alcohol, reduce both the compounds and write alcohol. Don't stop at ketone group. Yes. So you may ask, yes, even if I take this ketone, is it undergoes? But so in situ, while the reduction is going on, this is going to form this hydroxy compound. As usual, if you take ketone and do the Birch reduction, they are not going to give alcohols. So from here to here, not possible. However, during the reaction, it is going to happen. Let us see the mechanism if you are interested. Yes, students. So up to here, this is no problem. So what happens during the reaction? So the intermediate, for example, what is the intermediate? Here I am going to get O minus, yes. So this is the intermediate I am going to get. Hydrogen is added here, methyl CH3. Yes students, so CH3 and methyl is here in this example. Methyl is here in this example. When I am adding C2H5OH, yes, it is taking this proton. Yes, it is taking proton to give this methyl and this OH double bond methyl hydrogen. Yes, so double bond here. So remaining things are as usual. So this enol in presence of the reagent lithium and liquid lithium and ammonia, it is going to undergo this reduction to give this alcohol. Yes students, so simply just remember whenever you see, so it is very important concept. Whenever you see alcohol, write hydroxy compound, write hydroxy compound. This is the beauty of this reaction. Whenever you see alcohol, write hydroxy. If you do not see alcohol, so write ketone. So alpha beta unsaturated gives ketones, in presence of alcohol gives hydroxy compounds. This is the thumb rule. So let us take one more example. Here what is happening? This is phenyl ring, this is also phenyl ring. So what is there? Simply write down the compound. However, usually we get trans compound, but it is a cyclic compound. Here the major compound, that is 80% of the compound, is going to be the cis compound. This is one exception type compound. So we are going to get cis compound, don't worry. So methyl CH3 and this C6H5 and hydrogen is here, hydrogen is here. So cis compound is about 80%. This is one exception because the ring is restricted rotation. So during the intermediate, the ion and radical will not rotate because it is a ring form, isn't it? So this ring form is not going to further undergo the restriction rotation. So because this phenyl bulky group also is here. So this is 80%. Don't worry about the stereochemistry. Sometimes you will not be asked about the stereochemistry, but the trans addition, simply keep in your mind that trans addition of hydrogens takes place. Trans addition of hydrogen takes place, and alpha beta unsaturated ketones gives ketones in presence of ethanol under same Birch reduction conditions gives hydroxy compounds. This is the beauty of this compound. So let us take one more example. I will write here. So this is already here, methyl is here and OH, here hydrogen and here hydrogen. So what is the compound you expect? Yes. So let us write lithium, liquid ammonia and ammonium chloride. I am going to add, since OH we have, so enolization, yes, OH may form salt with lithium. So to break up that lithium salt, I am adding ammonium chloride. So reduction of this, I am going to get this double bond is going to be reduced, right? So this, yes, so it is going to give this compound. Ketone will be here as usual, right? So this diastereomer we are going to get this diastereomer. So here this already is reduced, so it is not going to disturb, but it is going to be major product. Yes students, so this example, yes, two double bonds are there, so reduce only one double bond, it is going to give this, since we are using only two equivalents of lithium. So this is the compound we are going to get. Yes students, so this is the compound. So this is how alpha beta unsaturated ketones undergoes Birch reduction to give this reaction. Yes students, so this is how Birch reduction can be used for the reduction of four types of compounds. What are they? Number one is aromatic compounds. Number 2, alkynes. Number 3, conjugated dienes. Number 4, alpha beta unsaturated ketones. So this is the beauty of this reaction. It reduces 4 types of compounds. Dear students, I hope you enjoyed this topic. Dear students, thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe my channel Venus Academy and don't forget to click on like button and bell button. Bye.